All right, so I was working with somebody on a project, and one of the things we were dealing with is how you might go about doing architectural plans or build a mock-up from blueprints in Blender. And one of the things I've been doing is working with Archimesh. So I've got a facsimile. It's not exact to be sure. Um, there's a few details and flourishes that could certainly seem to be added, but by the same token, we're getting there. I can add some staircases. It looks like there's some small windows, maybe where the stairways are, some things like that, railings to be added, and so forth. But first, let's just take a minute to explore some other items. So I'm going to um, move in on this room a little bit. And as while I was building this, of course, in some cases I was depending on the plans, but the plans were not complete. So in some cases I was ad-libbing a little bit, which is fine for the purposes of this project. But one thing we can do if we're trying to visualize an interior, things like that, is there are a number of built-in things to be able to add cabinets and shelves and various props and elements. So just taking a minute to do that, let's add a cabinet or two. Now, I've added a cabinet. Problem is, it's way down here. And that is because there is a floor origin checkbox. So it doesn't necessarily know where I want to go. It's assuming I want it at the floor at the base where 0 is, but I actually want it on the top floor. So now you can see that the cabinets are there behind this image that I have in place. So I'll have to hide that. Oh, by the way, baseboards are simply a check mark. So that's something I kept forgetting to uncheck in other rooms and things that as I was putting them in. But in those cases, it's just a check mark. You don't have to have that in the scene if you don't want to. I've got 2 cabinets selected. I could go with more or less. Let's do 4, huh? Let's see. So cabinet 1 is hinged right. Let's do it pairwise. So let's do a single. Let's do a single left hinge. Cabinet 2 will leave a single right hinge. We'll leave countertops, handles, etc. I think that's fine for the moment. Cabinet 3, I'll do single left hinge. And number 4, we'll leave single right hinged. All right. And then we'll just go with it. All right. So I'm going to just pop out of that pop up. I'm going to hide my uh, front view. And let's kind of take a look at how these cabinets are looking. Let's just zoom in there a little bit. And, it's very basic. But later on, if I apply some textures, apply some materials to this, it may well be something that helps kind of seal the room up. I'm just going to kind of grab each of these items and let's move them off into the corner, shall we? So obviously they're not mounted to the specific spots. So again, if I grab, I'm going to grab on X in this case because I want to move it on this axis. And let's see what else we can put in here. Oh, yep. So let's consider putting some shelves in. All right. No idea, haven't used this before. Don't know where they are. There they are. So there must be, floor origin. So uncheck that box, and there's my shelving units. And I can modify as I want. Maybe we're going to do, we'll just leave one set of shelves. Point is, you do have the ability to put in some very basic props that are built in with this. Of course, it being Blender, you can bring in or build any number of other props that you'd like as well. But it's just good to know that you have this feature and that you do have at least a few things that are built in that you can use. Let's take one more look at this lamp and see what we get. Where is my lamp? All right, there it is. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. let's grab it on Z, put it up, and let's just grab that guy and put it roughly here. All right. So certainly other items that you can bring into this or build that would be far better ways to enhance it, but there are at least a few things that are built in that are definitely worthwhile.